Continue.
As I was telling Carter, I want all the data I can get on this warp problem. And the negotiating team's shuttle has been recording data all the way back from Hotari. Even better than our probes. So pull the sensor and engine ISOs from the Melville when it sets down.
Will do.
I'll join you and Chovak down in engineering to run another analysis after the briefing.
I didn't like this warp problem when we thought it was some astronomical anomaly. And I like it a hell of a lot less now that we know someone is doing it to us. How does it work? What do we even do about it?
What do you say we pull these chips and find out?
Took some damage on the way. That ionic interference scored the hull plating. Might be some micro welds. Let's try pulling together.
All right.
3, 2, 1. It won't budge. Gotta be the storm damage. We need to... Welcome back. Any excitement down on the surface?
Excitement? No. Nothing
Piper,
like that.
welcome in. Vanessa, welcome in.
Hey, can you hand me the EJ7 interlock? From the toolbox.
I don't know what that is.
Playing some Star
Not
Trek.
much use for one on a
Nerding out.
security detail, huh? Carter?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Hola. What does she want? This thing, whatever this thing is, I forgot. Plasma welding torch. Looks like somebody used a plasma welding torch on his face.
Okay, I'll apply pressure while you decouple the panel.
How are you?
Here.
I'm pretty good.
I'll help.
Haven't streamed in a couple days. A game. But, pretty good.
We've got this.
Open up and say ah.
Thanks for the hand. We have to get these isolinear chips down to engineering.
No problem.
I figured out how to stream in compatibility mode
You
now,
really
so you
know
can use your
everything
phone like
about these
this or
ships,
like
don't
this. Or
The tools,
this and this.
systems. Like a walking Starfleet technical manual.
Well, I wouldn't say everything, but I know my stuff.
It can be
I
awesome.
can
Right now it's
see
cutting
that.
the screen off if you're looking at it on portrait mode,
Come on.
but I had to
start
have it like
pulling
that.
chips.
Whereas you can rotate your phone, I guess, and it'll flip it to see the full screen. When I'm playing Elden Ring, it looks a lot better than this, but I still wanted to try this. This is the first time I'm trying it with this game. Yep. Pick that shit up, dude.
What's this?
What is that?
Some kind of crystal formation?
Back to where we were. There we go. Much better. Aha!
Whoa.
Aha!
This substance is a quantized spin crystallization of hydrogen, carbon, and lithium. It's emitting tetrametric pulses at an interval of 3.8422 seconds.
Quantized crystallization isn't natural. I mean, it's only theoretical as a means to engineer matter on a subatomic level. What's it doing in there?
Touch it. Touch it.
Wait. Regulation 364, subsection 9.
What?
Wear latex gloves.
Regulation 364, subsection 9 orders that in the case of an unknown foreign substance infiltrating a sealed system, it will be placed in secure confinement before further examination. Retrieve a containment module.
Don't you think we're more equipped to deal with whatever this is?
Uh-oh.
Before anything else, this is a security issue. You don't even know what this is.
Which is why we need to study it.
Once it's contained.
Yeah, she's
Just
right.
leave it there for now. Messing around with it could be dangerous. At least until we know more.
That's exactly why we need to get it to the containment lab. I can't make an exception just for you.
I'm still going to report these crystals to Commander Westbrook when we send the shuttle data.
And I will inform my superiors. I'm taking this just as seriously as you are.
I
But
see
I overheard talk
some.
about
These
the
guys are
warp disruption
friends,
on the
all three of
shuttle.
them.
Now these crystals?
Your job comes into play
Maybe this
first.
situation is more than we can handle with just
In
a
this situation, at
science vessel.
least.
We could trigger a distress call. Get
Affect the
Starfleet
whole
to
ship.
send more ships.
People could die.
Or I could send a message to my old CO on the Adirondack. Get some combat tested
here.
vessels.
You think
We
you
shouldn't
can.
do this alone.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. If you think you could do it without getting in trouble.
I'll find a way.
Be very careful.
She looks high as shit.
Okay, stand back.
Actually, everybody in this, they all look like they're haven't slept in
Get this
months.
to the containment lab.
Maybe that
We'll
happens
get
in
it set up
space.
for you. I'll let you know when it's safely confined.
Oh, we'll be there.
Last thing you want is to study this down in main engineering and have it explode next to the warp core.
It's true. Some people die. Oh,
Almost forgot.
Can't have that.
it's hard to see.
For a second, I thought she'd gone cold on you. Like she might have changed her mind. But I guess this whole situation has her spooked. Maybe she knows more than us? Or it's because this is all happening so fast? But she usually doesn't scare easy.
Dun, 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 dun. So that's her job. Oh shit! Was paying attention.
Well, of course she's taking it seriously, but
Thompson.
it's her job.
Welcome in.
She's on duty. She's got to be on the lookout for danger.
Yeah, but talking about sending a distress call on her own? That's going too far. Although, you didn't seem to think so. She was probably just thinking out loud. I'm sure she'll come to her senses. This mission has enough complications stacking up.
She's sleeping.
Now, we'll get through.
She
it.
passed out. Hevorden.
You,
Gardai.
me, and Miranda too.
Gardai. Hevorden Gardai. Hola. Or hello.
Commander Ryder
Hello.
was able to work
So it is.
behind the scenes during
I don't
these
speak Spanish now. We say hola. It's
Make
my
contact
signature.
with a
Hello.
representative from the Hotari
Hello.
delegation
She's
in
yes.
Thailand. She mentioned an
sleeping.
unusual artifact of
I think she's
unknown
sleeping.
origin being held
I
under
talked to her in a
tight
good 4 or 5
security
hours.
within the Hotari palace, which she believes came from the mines on Tau. Now, this artifact might have a connection to the revolt, to the storm, and to the
I'm getting
warp
there with
disruption
Norwegian.
we now know has been targeted at the Resolute. Commander Rydick, if you want to take it from here.
Of course.
Actually, for you, it'd be-
infiltrate the heavily guarded location within the palace.
Is it Kveld? Kveld? Gor Kveld Thompson? There we go. Gor Kveld. I think it's Kveld. Good evening.
And sent us
It's
these
still
scans using my
kind of in-
tricorder. It appears
just
to
now
be
1
some
o'clock
sort
here.
of control panel, possibly connected to the warp disruption
Go-
weapon
yeah,
originating
yep.
on Tau. Of
I think s-
particular
yeah.
interest is this symbol, which we couldn't identify
Duolingo's
the origin of.
doing pretty good.
The Federation database has records from a vast number of civilizations. If anyone from Starfleet has come across this before, the system should recognize it.
Cross-referencing with Federation records.
Displaying symbols from Federation database with a 90% probability of match or higher. Select a symbol to further analyze.
That's Klingon. Definitely not that. It's not that. Oh, that might be it, actually. No, that's not it. That's it.
99.2% match.
Got it.
Takan Empire.
What we're looking at.
The design and composition indicate
remember
this is
the
a
Takan.
glyph associated with the ancient Takan Empire. Their civilization
ancient,
collapsed
isn't it?
over 600,000 years ago, but once spanned millions of systems with a population numbering in the trillions.
Fascinating. The Takan were once the most advanced, most powerful civilization in the galaxy.
Oh, excuse me.
Is it possible the Hotari found Takan technology?
I wonder if they even know what they have.
Our knowledge of the Takan is limited. I have only encountered passing references to them.
We don't have the first idea what this is or what it means. And
I know a lot
have
about Star
all of
Trek,
the
and this
Federation
still
records
Star
available
Trek
to us.
lore stuns
Perhaps we
me
should see
when I don't
what
know
else
something.
the Federation records show.
Computer, what is the last recorded discovery of other Takan artifacts?
On stardate 41386.4,
The Enterprise.
the USS Enterprise D, under the command of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, discovered a
Yes.
Takan outpost in the Delphi Ardu system. According to the mission summary, an unbreakable energy-draining field was deployed against the Enterprise and a Ferengi ship.
I remember that
The Enterprise
episode.
was only able to escape after negotiating their release with an entity known as Portal
Yep.
63.
That's in the
Guardian
second
of the
season, I think.
Takan Empire.
That guy was crazy.
Unbreakable energy draining field. It starts
Fucking
to make sense.
Ferengi with these whips.
What else is there?
Sorry, I hate Star Trek and Star. I
There's
don't
a
like.
lot
Well,
here.
first off, they are not comparable. I don't like Star Wars either. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I like Star Trek because it is straight up. It's to me, it's real science fiction. I say real science fiction is because I don't consider Star Wars science fiction. Just like I don't consider the movies Alien science fiction, or most things that are labeled as science fiction. It has nothing to do with science. It is all fiction. Whereas like Star Wars is like space opera. Star Trek, though, they take titles like engineers, technicians, scientists, and they talk like engineers, technicians, and scientists, and they use words engineers that technicians and scientists use, and then they come up with fake words and they come up with fake scenarios, making it fiction. To me, that's real science fiction, and that's kind of an ongoing debate amongst fiction enthusiasts. But I like Star Wars or Star Trek because I was raised on it. Like that's basically my Bible is Star Trek. But it's just yeah, it's hard nerd stuff, geeky. I wouldn't say geeky so much, but semantics.
Let's take it piece by piece.
Select the aspect you wish to learn more about.
I want to learn about this guy actually, because I already know. Oh, wait, what is this? I already know about both of those things. Yeah, let's go with the Enterprise because it's actually let's do this.
What
The
sort
planet.
of
I don't remember
planet
the
is
planet.
Delphi Ardu 4?
Delphi Ardu 4 is an M-class planet, a barren rocky world with little to no vegetation and frequent ion storms. The giant crystals that grow there absorb energy, but it is not understood how they do so. The entire Delphi Ardu system, consisting of 11 planets,
It's not everybody's
was
cup of tea, though, so I understand.
completely uninhabited until the encounter with Portal 6-3.
Frequent ion storms. That can't just be a coincidence.
I tried to like the Star Wars movies; those were kind of entertaining, but I can't do the everything that's popular about
Someone
it.
from the Takan
No, it's just
Empire is
not- doesn't
actually
interest
still
me.
around.
Or at least was, 16 years ago.
Computer, what other information do you have on Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire?
The entity known as Portal 6-3 is of an unknown nature. A biped humanoid, he was unaware that the Takan Empire no longer existed at the time of the encounter. He was able to control the crystal-based technology of the Takan outpost through apparent telepathic means. It was by his choice that the Enterprise was released from the energy draining field after Commander William T. Riker of the Away Team argued on behalf of both Starfleet and the Ferengi.
Telepathic control of their technology.
As I have said, they were the most advanced civilization in the galaxy.
This ties into this whole game is its own unique story. I don't get it. You have to CNR 4.56 and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Well, that's like prequels. And then I don't mind the prequels because when George Lucas first did 4 or 5. It wasn't considered 4, 5, and 6. He didn't have plans to do a prequel. He just wanted to do an origin story, and so that's when they retied. Because the original one was called Star Wars: A New Hope, but when it first launched, I mean, it is called Star Wars: A New Hope. I think when it first launched, it was just called Star Wars. The title of it when it came in was A New Hope, but when you bought the movie when it came out, I don't think they called it A New Hope. They just called it Star Wars. But after they made 1, 2, and 3, they renumbered them, and then 7, 8, and 9, don't give a shit about. I can't even really watch 1, 2, and 3, to be honest. They weren't that great. I'm not a Star Wars fan, though, so I don't really have an opinion on it. The first 3 that I watched when I was a little kid, I thought it was entertaining, but I just never got into the universe of it. But that's still, like, that's basically fantasy. Like, it's more fantasy than it is science. And I don't think it was ever labeled as science fiction, but fans call it science fiction, and it's not. But then again, I don't consider the movie Alien science fiction. It is based off of what you would categorize it in a library, but to me, it's like it has nothing to do with science. So why throw the word science in it?
The technology to capture and hold the Federation flagship would have to be unbelievably powerful. Computer, what else can you tell us about the energy-draining field the Takan used?
The Enterprise D was unable to break free on its own. The precise nature of the technology was never fully understood. Only that the crystalline technology used was beyond the comprehension of then-current Starfleet science.
Appreciate it.
The engineering team found a quantized spin crystal formation in the shuttle you took to Hotari. They registered tetrametric radiation.
This game is its own game.
We have
unique
Takan
story,
technology
approved,
on board
so it's
right
canon.
now?
We might. I'll run a full analysis in the containment.
These guys are on a different ship, and they're interacting with a planet that involved one singular episode out of like 150 episodes in the 80s show. I remember the episode, so that's why it's kind of, as a fan watching it, it's kind of like looking back on something that you watch back. I'm, almost 30 years ago, or it was about 30 years ago when the episode came out. Some random episode. So this event that's happening right now, this whole game, is loosely based off of one singular episode that existed over 30 years ago. That's cool as shit. I forget the name of the episode.
There appears to be some sort of restriction order from Starfleet. Computer, explain this restriction.
A Starfleet directive similar to General Order 7 forbids entering the Delphi Ardu system or attempting to make contact with Portal 6-3.
Yeah, I get it.
Starfleet
Not everybody's
doesn't
cup of tea.
No trespassing sign for just anybody.
I suppose it makes sense considering what happened to the Enterprise D.
The Elydians should have crushed the revolt. But if the Hotari have Takan technology and can control it, I see why they're willing to negotiate peace. For all we know, this could be just the beginning. And we're up against something greater than we can imagine.
There's only one way to
What's cool
find
about this
out.
game is it's
We need to
narrative
see
based,
what's
so I
down
can
there
choose
for
options, and it will completely
be able
change
to
the
help
story.
with that.
Where
We've been able to
not the story,
triangulate
but the
source
outcome.
of the ionic interference and warp disruption to
I like
a
games that do that,
specific mine
even
on
if it's
Tau.
Star Trek
Engineering used the
something
latest
else.
data from your shuttle to pinpoint its origin. There.
Yep.
So we know where to look.
Most of the games I play on my channel are
Commander
typically
Rydek's
very
right.
story driven, but
We need to know what's
this
down
one
there. What the Hotari are hiding.
encapsulated one of my
Better
favorite
understand what we're up
fictional
against.
comics. That's what I got. A
And to
tattoo of Star
neutralize it
Trek
if we
right
can.
there.
Captain, embarking on a mission to the Hotari moon would not be viewed favorably by either side. However, given the circumstances, we are entirely within our rights to defend ourselves.
But also story
I
driven.
just want to make sure this doesn't blow up in our faces. Which is why I'm thinking of sending Commander Rydek on a covert mission to Tau. Assuming you're up to the task. It would require absolute secrecy. And obviously, it's not without risk.
I'll get the away team in and out. They're in safe hands with me.
Under normal circumstances, that would be the case. But given the sensitive nature of this incursion, I'm afraid you'll have to go it alone. I'm hoping Tylus can accompany you. The priority is to avoid detection. It's a calculated risk. The last thing we need is to get caught and then blamed for violating our neutrality and aggravating an already tense situation. We can't afford any mistakes.
Don't get caught. Tyler,
Which is why I've chosen you.
That's a risk we have to take. go with Tylus will be essential.
Tylus will be essential to my success. Not only her knowledge of the mines, but her ability to gain access, particularly now that we know which mine we need to get into.
Make sure she understands the need to keep this covert.
She's not going to want her people to know about this.
Get in touch with Tylus and make the necessary arrangements as discreetly as possible.
Bridge to Captain Solano. The Illydians have moved additional ships to the edge of the Hotari system. Current heading is straight for the homeworld.
Understood.
It would seem we no longer have the luxury of waiting. In that case, may I suggest you and I return to Hotari Prime?
Spock.
Doing so will provide Commander Rydek as much time as possible to complete her mission.
Agreed. We'll hail the Queen's delegation from my ready room. We all know what we need to do. Dismissed.
See, I'm curious if, because I know Riker's in this game, so I'm curious if you come across the Enterprise or the ship that he takes over after Nemesis. I can't remember
Petty
the name of
Officers
it.
Diaz and Edsolar, where is the crystal formation that you found in the shuttle? I have tasked Ensign Calloway with performing a full analysis of the tetrametric pulses.
Security brought it to the containment lab.
I was just there. They don't know anything about it. Security never checked it in.
Sheldon Cooper
Miranda
watched
never
Star
got
Trek. I watched.
She's the one that had the crystal formation?
Yeah, her
That's
and the
funny.
rest of the security detail from the negotiations.
I never fully watched that
Diaz to Maris.
show. I watched a bunch of episodes, but never watched the
Carter
full,
Diaz
like,
to Miranda
from beginning
Maris.
to end. I've been thinking about starting it. Never watched Young Sheldon.
Commander Westbrook to Petty Officer Miranda Maris. Respond.
Something's not right.
She's still on the ship. She has to.
Yeah, it's funny as shit. Like, I liked what I have watched. I just never watched it when it aired. I mean, I did, but it was always like
Computer,
just a random episode.
locate
It was-
Petty Officer Miranda Maris.
when it was on, it was on.
Petty Officer Miranda Maris is in the isolinear storage array on
I heard
deck
Young
5.
Sheldon is really good too,
I'll go find her.
but I haven't watched it either.
Good.
I am sure Mr. Diaz can attend to this on his own.
I have access to Young Sheldon, but I think I keep getting advertisements when I watch Paramount. My Paramount Plus. It's like, you should watch Young Sheldon. It's the last season, final season, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, maybe I should watch Big Bang Theory first. I mean, I know it's a difference. Like, it's when he was a kid, and it's a more dramatic show and not like a comedy as much as Big Bang. But yeah, it's definitely. I keep seeing people talk about it being pretty dark. Like, Sheldon's. I wouldn't say he was traumatized or anything, but he
Someone
definitely had
improperly
a
pulled these isolinear chips.
interesting childhood. It was like in the late 70s, I think.
Who did this?
Enter silently. If you're watching on your phone, like where it's portrait mode up normal like this, I've got it set to where I'm trying to even the game out, or the screen, because I'm trying to do full screen but not full screen. And sometimes the camera angles can be a little fucked up and the subtitles can be a little fucked up. But if you want to watch it in its full form, if you rotate it to landscape mode, you can see it. And it's... uh-oh. What is she doing?
What the?
Oh, she's possessed, I think. She's gonna turn around. Oh.
Oh, it's just you. I'm busy right now. Why don't you come back later?
What's the matter?
Interesting.
Were you worried it was gonna be someone else?
No. I mean, I'm glad it's you. But I'm through here, so I can't stay and chat. I have other things to do.
This girl and this
Sorry you
guy
came
just
all this
started
way for
dating, and
nothing.
now she seems kind of evil.
But hold on a second. Commander Westbrook said the crystal formation we found in the shuttle never made it to the containment lab. He sent me to find you.
She's got an evil smile.
I don't know why he'd say that. I brought the crystals to the lab myself. Whatever he told you, he got it wrong. All I know is where I left them.
If that's the case, let's both go down there and find them. It's that simple.
I don't have time for that. I have work to do. Look, I appreciate that you came to check on me, but I'm fine. You worry too much. We're on
Nope,
a
this isn't
starship.
personal.
It's
Yeah,
not the
he has a
only
job to
reason
do.
I'm here. I need to know what happened to those crystals.
She
Will
told him
you
earlier.
drop it?
She had a
I
job
don't
to
like
do.
being interrogated, Carter.
Oh no.
Wait up!
I'm getting some very mixed signals from you right now.
Yeah, you are.
I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of stress right now. Just tell Chovak or whoever, I don't know where the crystals are.
Or
and let
whoever?
me go about my business. I know we have some things to figure out. I don't have time to stand around and debate with you.
I want to help you, but you're not making it easy.
Then I'll try to make it simple. You don't have to say anything at all.
Miranda, hold
That's
on.
not how this works.
No. Get out of my way.
Uh-oh, Spadudios.
So I see you found each other.
You were taking so long, the commander sent us to see what the problem was. Diaz, you were sent here with specific orders, and fighting your
I'm
crewmate wasn't one
fucking
of them.
turning her in.
What the hell is going on here?
Safety of the ship.
Let's just let them
That's what
explain.
matters.
I'd like to hear that, because I know what it looks like.
She attacked me. Something's wrong with her.
There's something seriously wrong with her. She's not herself, I'm telling you.
What does that mean?
It doesn't mean anything.
Well, for one, she was copying data onto this.
This drive is unauthorized.
There are ISOs all over the floor.
And that's why I was in here, investigating this
No.
situation.
Don't lie.
And when Carter came looking for me, we got our wires crossed. It wasn't anything more than that.
Check the data on this drive. I'm sure it'll show her access codes were used. And there were probably files copied while I was still with you two in engineering.
That makes sense.
Then get someone down here who can prove that. But until then, I have to go.
Drama.
I don't know what's going on here, but I think we need to call it into security. She can explain herself in the brig.
Hold on a minute. We don't need to put this on anyone's permanent record. Carter
That's
said
not
you're
how
not
this works.
yourself. If something's wrong with you, we should head to sickbay and the doc will fix you right up.
Yeah, I haven't felt right since I came back from Hotari. I think I should
Oh.
see the doctor.
She's being manipulative.
You two know her? If you really
See that
think
from a
she's
mile
not
away.
well, we can take her to sickbay first. But what I
But
know
that's
is
what they
this
need to
is
do.
a security breach, and we should treat it as such.
Be right back. I'm gonna try
Please,
TikTok
just
stream. You're
let me
good.
go see the doctor.
Yeah, let me know how it goes. If
She
you need
did
any
have a
questions, I
lovely
can
ride back
offer
from
what
the
I have.
shuttle. Come on, Carter.
They update it like
We
every
should get her taken
other
care
day,
of.
so something new
Better be
happens.
sure about this.
Take her to some pay.
Let's take her to sickbay. It's better than the brig, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Fine.
She's gonna
Get
be bad.
checked out by medical.
I probably should have taken her to security,
You two go with her.
but
I'll put this back together.
I still need your chips. There's some drama's building up in this one. This is good. Digging it. Drama in Star Trek. A little bit. What lies beneath? Ooh. Oh, this is the planet. Find Tylus. Excuse me. Real gassy today. Gassy, or belchy.
Rydick here.
This is Irma. Any trouble getting to the surface?
I'm really starting to miss transporters.
As long as this storm is around, you'd better learn to like shuttles. But if you can find the cause of the interference, we might be able to get back to transporting.
As if I needed another incentive. We both know there's a lot more than that riding on this.
Fair enough. You'll need to get in and out of the mine undetected, so I hope Minister Tylus can help in that regard.
So do I.
And to keep this covert, we'll refrain from contact unless absolutely necessary.
Understood. Rydick out.
I have my stream set to compatibility mode, so if you guys have an issue seeing the full screen, you can flip your camera, your phone. If you're on a phone, you can watch the full screen. Just FYI. I'm still tinkering around with these kind of settings on my stream for compatibility, so. But if you want to watch the full, you just rotate it.
The ionic interference is coming from underground. I should find a safer way down there.
What? Hang on a second. God, it keeps doing that. TikTok has been so weird lately. It's like, are you even doing anything on TikTok? Like, yeah, I'm fucking playing the game. Give me a second. Don't pay for a gigabyte of data up and down to get disconnects. A&T owes me money.
I saw your shuttle take off. Hopefully no one else did. It's good to see you. Even under these unfortunate circumstances.
When you called to give us a scan, it sounded like they caught you. I was worried you'd been hurt.
It was nothing I couldn't handle.
Lead the way. I'll fill you in on what we've learned about the situation.
Follow me.
I wonder if you can romance characters in this game. I don't know if you can or not.
The device Galvin and Sidron brought back from the mines is being used to
can.
control some sort of warp disruption weapon that has the Resolute trapped in Hotari space. According to our readings, the power source for that device is on this moon, at the specific coordinates I sent you.
That sounds impossible. That explains the rumors of the Hotari controlling the ionic storm.
We strongly suspect the device was created by an ancient empire known as the Takan.
The Takan?
Once the most powerful civilization in the galaxy, but they've been gone for over 600,000 years.
It's hard to believe there's something like that on Tau.
Which is why I need proof. If we find hard evidence that Galvin and his allies are hiding dangerous Takan technology, I can convince the Federation to let us intervene.
Understood. We're almost there.
Excuse me. Ooh.
That's the mine?
Prospect 614 North, Subdivision 20.
It's enormous.
Just one of the thousands across Tau. The pride of Hotari.
How do we get inside?
The structure that circles the mine has entry points for transporting equipment into the lower levels. They're guarded, but nothing I can't get past using my authority.
Well, that's good to hear.
As long as you can avoid being seen, I should be able to talk my way past any miner. And provide a little distraction for you in the process.
How do I avoid
Oh,
being seen?
really?
You don't use the door.
You fly in with the jetpack.
How dare you! Don't you know who I am? I am Tylus Altaris, Minister of Diplomatic Affairs.
Did I miss something?
That's not
The Queen would be
It's a
furious to
flashback?
hear you tried to deny me entry.
Oh.
Queen. But I just...
Man.
You just what? Just now realize the trouble you've made for yourself?
Instant jump into the future.
Who exactly do you think you're going to report this to? Because I'll be reporting it as well, to someone much further up the ladder. You have no authority here. Do you understand who pays your wage? I can inform the Queen directly of this insolence.
There's no
You'll
need.
regret everything you've said here today. You should have opened the doors the second I appeared before you.
That's not the protocol. I didn't know
Each
you
second
were...
you delay my entry will be recorded, processed, and permanently marked on your record. I can't believe this. Does your brain function? Do you speak our tongue?
Minister, I have orders.
How could a fellow Hotari not understand this? You're digging your own grave. I've reached the end of my patience. Escort me to the maintenance bay.
I told you I can't just...
Now!
But fine.
Can I scan it?
Choice.
Well, let me scan.
Lead the way. Be quick.
That's on the other side.
Not going that way.
From 0 to 100 real quick. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Use LB to
Let's
switch.
get a look inside you.
It's chemical based. Prevent solid matter from passing through. Oh. Okay. I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, there it is. Complete scan.
Full
Cool.
system access. Let's see if I can just... Bingo.
Hack it and turn it off? Sweet. Who's this? Is it rags? What is that? Oh, it's like a tarp.
Better hurry. Not sure how long she can keep him busy.
Forever.
Might be rigged to only open for registered users. No control panel here. I should take a look with my tricorder. Something in here is keeping that door closed. Got it. Should remove the security check on the door.
Then just squeeze in here again. You can't crouch and run with your tricorder equipped. What? Just did. No, I didn't. Wait, where do we gotta go? No. I just had to get to the door. To the door. It's crazy. This looks like the episode that this spawned from. Find Tylus. Is my vision all fucked up? What's going on here? Where is Tylus? Tylus, where are you? Can't tell if my game is glitched or what, because I can't, like, do anything. It's not letting me pull out the holster, or pull out my scanner. Like I gotta, maybe I missed something. Oh, I can go this way. Nope, can't go that way. Let's see. Oh, is my game glitched? You're supposed to be able to do something. There's no indicator. I know this game had some bugs when it first launched, but that was like 2 years ago. No, still the same. Can take it again. No. What is going on? I think I'm just not at a point where I can use it, maybe? I'm hoping that's the case, because if it's bugged, then it's bugged, but I don't want it to be bugged. I don't want to have to reset it. Ugh, but I'll do all that again. Perfect. Might have just been bugged. Because I don't remember this part. I mean, I do, but I don't remember that. There we go. Yeah, it was just bugged. Come on! Couldn't connect. Try reconnecting now. It is reconnected. I'll message my roommate, see if he's having any issues, because this is getting to be annoying. Moving on.
I didn't come here to educate an imbecile on royal protocol.
Of course not, Minister.
So I will be about my business here, and you will take yourself out of my sight. There you are.
You really let that guy have it.
It worked, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to having to throw my weight around. Hard to get anyone to listen to you otherwise.
I'm impressed. I didn't know you had it in you.
There's a lot you don't know about me. Underestimate me at your peril.
The catwalks were booby-trapped.
Galvin and Sidron have gone to great lengths to keep out the uninvited. Well, we're inside. Where do you want to start?
The ionic interference is coming from below us. We need to go deeper.
That lift goes down, at least to the changeover station. But we can't use it without DNA authorization from one of the guards.
I have an idea, but We need a few samples of DNA from the miners who work here.
Samples.
Fingerprints, sweat, blood.
Which will trick the machine and get us control of the lift.
That's the theory. Let's test it.
Oh, right here.
Do you think we could just find a way to climb over this?
Possibly. But the console on the lift itself is locked by the same system that locks this ramp.
No shortcuts then.
I'm sure you can figure something out.
No luck. Unless this console thinks I'm a Hotari guard, it won't work.
The guards work out of that building back there. Might have some DNA.
About to get illegal.
This facility doesn't seem well maintained. An Ilidian console.
All the managerial technology in the mines is Ilidian.
So they can keep an eye on their investment.
That's how it is.
What is this?
Hygiene clearly isn't a priority down here.
That's not good. Ew.
Hotari must be tough on the inside, too. If they eat in here, it's likely there's some DNA in the room. Almost looks like coffee. Almost. I'll have some Ractagino when I get back to the ship.
Looks like sludge.
Leftovers. I should give this a scan. Wow, that is a lot of DNA. I should look for the most concentrated spots. That's a stable DNA sample. It's only partial, but a few more should do it. Some kind of glowing mineral being used as a light source. Might want one of these for my cabin, actually. Not concentrated enough. I should try somewhere else. I can use this.
This game is a little confusing with certain things. There we go.
Good. That's another I could use. Just need one more sample. Promising. Perfect. That's enough to make the DNA profile. Time to go back to the lift.
Okie dokie. What does she have to say?
You're not coming inside?
There are some things I'd rather not smell.
Ah.
Ew.
Hopefully that guard stays outside.
Oh, he will.
What's in all these containers?
These contain mining supplies, tools, energy packs for machinery,
Shouldn't mining supplies be inside the mines?
It is troubling. If the workers here aren't mining...
Here we go.
It worked.
Theory proven.
I'll get it started.
It was conjecture. Don't you lie. I'm just kidding.
Ready?
I hope she doesn't turn on her. I really like this Taika or whatever her name is. She seems pretty cool. But as mysteries and dramas and fiction goes, people turn on each other.
Of what we might find down
In
there.
reality.
We'll be okay.
She seems
We've
legit though.
survived worse than this.
Oh, I'm on an elevator.
But I'll put my faith in you. For now.
A slantivator. Coming in hot. At 3 miles per hour. Alright. I'm gonna take a nap while you do this. I'm just kidding. Oh, here we go.
Stay back. There's a guard at the station. We'll have to hide.
Where do I hide? Over here.
Who are you? What
Your
are
mom.
you doing here?
You watch your tone with me. I'm Tylus Altaris, Minister of Diplomatic Affairs. I speak for the Queen herself.
This is a restricted area. No one gains access without the approval of Galvin or Sidron.
Wait.
Jues Gawad Abawincha.
Let me go!
Stunned.
Are you alright?
I don't know.
Are you injured?
No, I thought if I could talk my way through like always, I'd be fine, but... I'm a diplomat. This isn't what I do. I've never even fired a weapon. This is just... It's real now. I wasn't ready for this.
Hey, I'll keep you safe.
Can you?
I was a tactical officer before I was posted to the Resolute. I know my way around a phaser. You saw how I handled our large friend here.
I suppose that is somewhat reassuring. My authority has never been challenged like that. It meant nothing to him.
So we should assume any Hotari we encounter from here on can't be reasoned with.
Agreed. The only loyalty they have down here is to Galvin and Sidron.
Can you switch over the lift?
The guard should have a scan card that will allow us to operate the switch.
Right here.
Got it.
Should have taken the gun. Oh, I didn't need a gun.
He's not dead, is he?
No, he's just stunned.
He's still one of my people, and I didn't come here to take Hotari lives.
My phaser's set to stun. He'll be perfectly fine, just unconscious for a while.
I see. We don't
Starfleet
have
doesn't
that
kill
sort of
unless they have
technology
to.
on our weapons.
Good to know.
Yeeks. Yeek. Yeah, we just kill you. We might tell you we're gonna stun you, but no, you're dead. D-E-D, dead.
The energy readings are emanating from this tunnel. It's sure to be guarded in there. Stay low and follow my lead. Is that all dilithium?
Not all of it. We excavate large chunks of rock that contain varying amounts of dilithium ore. It's sorted and processed at the collector ship above.
In case you don't know, dilithium is a mineral that's found. It's a fictional. It doesn't really exist in Star Trek. It exists on other planets. That's how the spaceships are able to travel faster than light speed. They need dilithium, and they have to mine it from other planets.
More guards.
I take that as a sign we're getting close.
I'll get a closer look. Looks like they've improvised a barrier.
Yes, we must be getting closer.
Uh-oh. What it is?
We need that particular card, don't we?
I'm afraid so.
We don't have time to wait for them to finish whatever they're doing. We'll have to try to keep low and sneak past them.
I'm starting to see the utility of a phaser.
I wouldn't stand a chance against all three of them. Can you open that door?
Not without that scan card.
I don't like our options here. I have to get us that card so we can open the door.
How? If they detect you, Galvin and Sidron's followers are clearly willing to kill to protect whatever is in this mine.
Hey, I'm trained for this. I'll be fine.
She's got a disorder that's gonna fuck her up a bit.
Avoid being seen.
Or
Stick
she
to
does
the
have a
edge of the
disorder,
room,
but I wonder if
and
it'll
meet me
affect
at
her
the
in this
door.
mission. Hotari. Hya! During stealth sequences, there are enemies that are, if alerted, will hunt you and try to catch you. If you are caught, your mission has failed. Enemies can see you if they are looking in your direction. Stay crouched with the right joystick down and avoid their line of sight. You can use the left joystick to sneak faster when crouched, okay? If an enemy sees you, you will appear, blue will appear. If it fills up all the way up, you'll be caught. Get away from that. Okay, this is all typical video game stuff. Enemies will take predictable paths. We've programmed them to walk a certain path. Watch them and learn their patrol patterns. Yeah, they're gonna know. Yeah, blah blah blah. In certain locations, there will be an interaction point. Distract the guards. Use these to draw guard. Yeah. Yep. See what this guy does.
I get all the grunt work. I wish the Lydians would try something else. They saw our power, our resolve. They're terrified of us. Until the plan is complete, we're vulnerable. Then get back to work.
I don't know where to go from here.
What was that?
Oh,
Stop
I'm dead.
right there!
I got caught. Try.
Avoid being seen. Stick to the edge of the room and meet me at the door.
Yes. I get all that. Can I not skip this? I don't like that I can't skip it. Butt mash! There's no bigger fear of failing than having to watch the same thing over and over again when it comes to a video game. Stay crouched.
The Lydians won't try something else. They saw our power. Our resolve.
Oh, here we go. I was doing it wrong.
Until the plan is complete, we're vulnerable. Then get back to work, and we'll complete the plan quickly. This requires too many inputs.
Oh, damn it.
Avoid being seen.
Yeah.
Stick to the edge of the room.
I'm gonna skip
and meet me at the door.
Okay. I'm not doing what it told me to do because I feel like I know how to do it, but it looked like I had a chance there and it just didn't do it. Okay. I got this. Got this figured out. 100% it.
I wish the Lydians would come back. I need the target practice.
What a wiener. Disgusting.
We
Butthole.
know the Lydians will try something else. They saw our power. Our resolve. They're terrified of us. Until the plan is complete, we're vulnerable. Then get back to work, and we'll complete the plan more quickly.
Piper, welcome back.
I can taste our victory.
I can taste your mom. Just kidding. It's disgusting. Is this gonna go? Is he gonna stay?
I saw something.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't see nothing.
It's playing tricks on me.
Okay, I got the card.
An intruder.
No, there's no intruder. It's in your head.
Guess I was wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Who's there?
No, nothing.
Strange.
Can I go anywhere from here? Oh, you can. Sweet.
How long is Galvin going to make us wait?
That's
I'm not worried. He's let us well
I'd
so
melt
far.
if I went through there.
It's a miracle.
Keep moving.
Clearly.
We've been waiting for so long. Patience, brother. We'll get our chance. It's inevitable after all. That it is.
So now I have to go back up. And how does one do that? This way. She's gonna help her. Nope. Nope, yeah, she didn't. Come with me if you want to live. I got everything we need. Clickety-glue. Red key for a red door. And she's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm like, wait for me.
Stay close.
Or die.
Stop!
What?
Motion sensors. They'll trigger an alarm. We'll be found.
Invisible to the naked eye.
They could be anywhere.
I could see them.
How will we get through?
They're not that invisible. Use X stick with strike order and hold R2 to scan objects, okay? I don't feel like I need this. Like, I can see the lasers. It's not that hard to just not see the lasers. Oh, this one might be a little bit more difficult. I don't know. I feel like they could have just turned this part off because I don't need the tricorder. I could see it. I can literally see the lights. Like, I don't need to go there. Dead bodies everywhere. What is that? That is purple blood. Oh no.
This.
It's where the uprising started.
Jesus. They haven't cleaned it up yet? Oh my god. It's like an event that happened prior, I guess, that they talked about. Hadn't seen it yet though in the game. Uprising.
Hotari don't do this. We defend ourselves, but we don't kill on this scale, this level of savagery.
There's no such thing as a bloodless rebellion.
I don't know if we should keep going. So much death. I don't want to end up like them.
We'll make sure they didn't die for nothing. What we learn here could save the rest of your people.
Okay. Okay.
Whatever happened here, it made the Illydians abandon the mines. Let's find out what they're so scared of. Hotari and Illydian. Both sides took a beating.
I feel like there's some sort of force
The
here that's
Hotari
like
fortified the side of the room opposite
psychologically,
the door. It's a
mentally
good
raping
tactic,
these
but
people or
a
forcing
few
them to
crates aren't going to stop fully armed Illydian soldiers.
do things that they don't
How
want
did
to
they
do.
win?
That's what was happening to the
Is this the
other guy's
effects of an
girlfriend
Illydian
earlier.
disruptor?
Yes.
Disruptors are cruel weapons. These crystalline particles, they're not dilithium. Are they common in the mines?
Oh, so now we're finding
I've
out the
ever seen.
information we found earlier. What is happening?
From the blast marks, it looks like the Illydians had far greater firepower. Footprints. Illydian boots. Running back the way we came. Tylus.
What?
What kind of weapon did this?
This is like nothing I've ever seen or heard of. My people don't have a weapon that does this.
What else can you tell me?
Oh my god.
What an awful way to die. This must be why the Illydians are so afraid. Technology that surpasses their own, in the hands of the Hotari that they've lorded over for centuries.
Where did this weapon come from?
Well, the crystals are giving off tetrametric pulses. If I set my tricorder to search for that frequency, it'll lead us right to the source.
Radiation is visible through your tricorder and will lead the way to scannable objects. The 4 green lights on the left will fill to indicate the tricorder is facing the source of radiation. Okay.
This makeshift barrier forced the Illydians to enter from the service corridor, creating a choke point. Quite the advanced tactic for a species that's never waged war.
So we need to go that way.
This Illydian tried to run.
They didn't let him.
The Illydians shot to kill.
But if they killed him, why was he shot in the back?
Huh, you're right. The shot came from the side the Hotari were defending.
We don't kill our own. And he wasn't just caught in the middle.
Killed by the same crystallization as the Illydian.
Whose side was the killer on?
Tylus, you may not want to look down there.
I've come too far to... What is this?
They've been dumping bodies down here.
Oh my god.
Unforgivable. Galvin and Sidron will be made to answer for this.
Yikes.
More of these crystals.
I don't think these people are doing it on
Another
purpose.
of
I
my
think something's
people
wrong with the
dead.
planet. They're fucking shit up. Because the guy that was in the lower decks on the actual starship, his girlfriend, or his newly girlfriend that they've kind of hooked up with, she's acting really weird. And I think it's all part of
Tylus,
something
what is
else.
this machine?
I think their mind is
for
being
tunnel boring.
coerced.
The cone on the front is covered in disruptors that
It's
allow
not
it to
their
melt
fault.
through the solid
It's
rock.
unfortunate it's happened.
They don't seem to have finished the tunnel. Why stop here, I wonder? Think they parked this here on purpose?
One way to find out.
Need any help?
Put that shit in neutral.
I got it.
You're flooding it. Interesting.
This concentration of tetrametric radiation has never been recorded. Whatever they're hiding, it's right through here.
Let's go squeeze in here. Adam, what up, dude? I'm probably gonna end my live here in a minute. I'm at an hour and a half now, but I want to get to the end of this. What's happening? I'm hooked.
This feels strange.
Wild shit's going on
The
here.
crystals are increasing, growing outward, replacing the soil.
It's like an infection. A parasite. Growing inside Tau.
I'm probably gonna make another live. I'll be on my other account if I do. Here in a little while. Play some music or something. Everybody's welcome
Incredible.
This is definitely not Hotari.
in. No, I don't even know what Hotari really is, but holy shit.
It's the remnants of the Takan Empire.
That's a similar station from what they found earlier on the ship. Interesting.
Be here.
This is exactly where we should be. Every strange thing we've seen in this system, it might all come from this room. We need to learn everything we can.
It's crazy the amount of lore that's in Star Trek. Like, we're talking 7 seasons. Each season has 21 episodes to 25 episodes. And then each episode is unique. And like unique planets, unique lore, unique alien civilizations, blah, 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 blah. And this game is based off of one single episode that happened in the 2nd season, I think, of The Next Generation. Out of like, what, 10 different Star Trek shows? Like, there's so much they can do with so many different games, so many different concepts. And they decided to pick this one tiny episode that existed over 30 years ago that lasted for maybe, what, 50 minutes? And you have this whole crazy story that's based off of one tiny... That's awesome to me. I love that. That just goes to show, like, what they could do with the entire... Like, you could make anything in Star Trek. You can do anything with anything, but, like... Jesus. Thank you for the heart, me, Adam.
Somewhat resembles a transporter pad.
How do you know that? It could be a disintegration pad. Because those exist in Star Trek, too. It's a gaming console.
Look familiar?
It's almost identical to the console Galvin has hidden in the palace. It looks like a control surface.
Oh my god. Can I scan it? Scan the shit out of it.
What are we looking at?
It's made of the same crystalline material as the rest of this place. But I can't tell much else.
Shut up.
Might be some kind of
You did fall
signal.
asleep. I'm about to end my stream though
I can't
after
analyze
this.
this further unless it starts working normally.
Maybe we can turn it on from somewhere else.
Hopefully. Let's keep looking around.
What am I looking for?
How are you holding up?
I knew Galvin and Sidron were dangerous. Now I know they're more
This is what
powerful
she
than I
looks
could
like.
have imagined. But the worst of it is knowing
That's what the
they got
Xbox-
there by turning our people against their
The
own.
new Xbox 5 controller looks like. Can I get up there?
What is it?
The device's primary function is to transmute lithium into this quantized crystalline compound. Possibly for the creation of weapons.
Do you think one of
Yes,
these
it
was used on the
has.
Viridian in the tunnels?
Well,
Such a
okay, no, it
cool
hasn't.
weapon.
You're right. I was thinking third generation would be the first one too. There's a reason for that though, because it's perfect.
This place feels wrong.
I'll get what
Yeah.
I need.
Yeah,
and we
exactly.
can get out of here.
Thank you.
I feel like the same goes for the PlayStation. The fact that they decided to change it for the PS5 just seems like a
Can your
little,
device read this?
I don't know.
It can roughly translate the words, but
But I'm not a
we don't
PS5
have
or
enough
PlayStation fan,
Draconian
so I
language on
can't
record
really.
to understand how it's structured.
Star Trek, right or wrong? Star Trek is always right. So I'm playing it. Oh yeah, no, you're asking me. Oh yeah, this is Star Trek. Yeah, sorry. My bad. Yes, Star Trek.
Looks like some sort of replicator.
I can't get it to work.
It has power. Must be looking for some other kind of authorization.
Okay.
Is it too, convenient that we found this place unguarded?
There's an old Earth saying
Kind of.
about never looking a gift horse in the mouth.
What's
Four
a
out of the
horse?
touchpad. Yeah, 4 out of the touchpad. 5 like has the same kind of controls, but they just decided to make it look like a boomerang almost. Not a boomerang, but they just decided to. They're. I guess it received well because people love it. I just wasn't really something I thought I'd be interested in, but I'm not a PlayStation fan. Let's get one of the best shows. Oh, it's the best show. No, I don't know if it's one of my favorite shows of all time. This is set in the universe, or they're all the same universe basically, but or kind of. But this one is not long after Next Generation. You can tell by the outfits. It's all in that same, Picard. It's actually they're around in this concept. In fact, this episode or this game is based on a season 1 or season 2 episode of the Next Generation. It's years later, but they're on a planet that involves that final episode. getting to a point where I needed a break. This is the longest I've played this game where it hasn't had, like, normally there's like another episode that pops up. What's this? You still use a wire? 360?
Compound.
Check this out. Get the razor.
Extremely ordered.
I'll send it to you later.
In fact,
it's really good.
The states of these crystals on a subatomic level suggests a storage device of some kind. Energy levels are both stable and ordered, like information. Some of them appear to be depleted.
What kind of information would you deplete?
Depletable kind. The most depletable of all the information. Crystalline structure. Guess we go back. What is this? Oh. I don't know that language. Rescanned all this. Something up here I missed? Did I miss something? Can I come back here and activate it? Issues with delays with it. Actually, drift sometimes, I guess. On the Switch or the Xbox? I've never had a drift. Oh, you mean like? Yeah, I've had multiple issues with my Switch in the past. My old Switch, with drifting and all that. I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be scanning, but what is happening? Wait, what's she gonna say? Does she have anything to say? Nope. Do we leave? Do we come back? What's going on here? Nope. I don't leave. Forced to come back. I think I'm missing something. Oh, here we go. I'll seize it now.
They look different than the others.
These haven't been depleted yet.
Oh, I've never had an issue with an Xbox controller at all. Except for the Pro Xbox controller that was almost $200. The only reason I had an issue with that is this like little, the skin that it has, the rubber material, overuse of it. On the first one, it popped off. It was like peeling. And I decided I'm never going to pay that much. This one was, I think, almost $100. But the textured like rubber mat that's on it, it's not like, it's part of the controller. It's not like a sealant. It's or it's not like a layer on top of it. And this hasn't peeled. I've had this for over a year now, and it's fantastic. It's got, out of the base Xbox controller, it's got 6 extra buttons on it, and they're built into it. And it still has the removable and adjustable joystick if I wanted to get those too. But Razer makes some really good quality stuff.
Why are these all over the floor?
Why is your mom all over the floor? Just kidding.
This suggests there's some type of complex life form contained within each crystal.
Life form?
I've said it like 10 times already on my own stream.
That's what it says. But hard to imagine how that's possible.
Hell yeah. Razor's great. I used to have a Razor mount that I had for like, I don't know, 6 years.
Our science division will have a field day with this. We need to study it on the ship.
You're very late. Once this scene ends, I'm gonna end my stream, so...
What's happening?
I'm at almost 2 hours now. I'm at an hour and 40
Someone
minutes.
turned it on.
There's no one here. Then maybe the device I saw in the palace can send a signal?
If that's the case, we may not be alone for long. Let's hurry. They're like ancient hieroglyphs.
Whoever made this was very proud.
Terrible
You don't make a monument to the
rasterization.
past unless you thought it went well.
Super pixelated. Surprised the... This game's been really fun so far, but some of the graphics are a little
I can feel the
cheap.
power coming off it.
I've never seen this kind of energy before. I'll need to record this with my tricorder.
Control surface lag. Morning Star, thank you for the shares. Welcome in.
This can't be right. It's putting out almost 50 zettajoules of energy.
I assume that's a lot?
Enough to power this entire quadrant. This amount of power, the
1.21
kind of radiation it's putting out,
gigawatts.
It's the cause of the storm. The warp disrupting beam, all of it.
What do we do now?
We get back to the Resolute. They have to know about this. Come on, let's... Quickly. We have to hide.
Yep. Wasn't paying attention. Let's try this again.
Quickly. We have to hide.
Not that I had more time. Hey, I'm gonna get Kaya. I heard her say that, but normally in some games I feel like I have a little bit of a moment. This game's been kind of interesting.
This is outrageous! I demand you let me go!
No need to complain. You're about to receive a gift beyond your wildest imagination. If anything, I consider it an honor.
Man, this chapter is so fucking long. This is as long as like the first 7 chapters. Or acts, whatever you call them.
What is that? What are you doing?
You'll see soon enough.
I can influence the course of the negotiations. I can make
Randy,
sure the Hotari get the better end of the bargain.
So can I.
Uh-oh. Speak with that. Okay. Bye.